Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday, a chilly December 4th, 2025, 5:30 p.m. We are in person at the City Hall first floor conference room and as well as remote, virtually online via Zoom. My name is Scott Memhard. I'm the Ward 1 City Councilor and Budget and Finance Chair. With me is Councilor at Large Tony Gross, Council President. Councilor Worthley at large may either be late or not able to attend tonight due to conflicts. And then the other people with us are Connor McCorkle, our CFO and Chief Money Guy. Lyons Jones as Legislative Aide, Chief Legislative Aide. I also see virtually online, we have Elise Sinagra, welcome. We have Rebecca Visnick or Bob Visnick?
Rebecca. It's Rebecca.
Oh, it's Rebecca Visnick, but Rob Vicari. This is getting, we got some V's going tonight.
Yep.
Robert, welcome.
And Kenny.
And Kenny Costa, City Auditor. So I can put a few things to bed. We're going to take two items out of order from the sequence on our agenda. And that is firstly, number 9 on the Budget and Finance agenda this evening. There's a memorandum from our police chief, Eric Smith, our chief Ed Conley, excuse me. Chief 2026 SBT, that's a special budgetary transfer, number 3, and this is for the payment of uniforms for 5 new student officers attending the academy in January. And the SBT is in the amount of $12,500. Welcome to our new students. Is there anyone to speak to this particular item?
Honor.
No, I don't. He submitted it. But
Yep, I don't know that there's any discussion necessary.
I just want to. Well, wait for the motion before.
I will read the motion and then we'll open the discussion. So Budget and Finance would recommend that the City Council approve a special budgetary transfer number 2026 SBT 3 in the amount of $12,500. And this is from police uniform salaries account number as noted to police uniforms account number as noted, and this is for the purchase of uniforms and equipment for 5 new student officers attending the academy in January 2026. Welcome to them, and I so move.
Second. My only question is what if we don't hire them?
It would be a surplus in that line, and we could move it at the end of the year if we have a deficit elsewhere.
So it says it's uniforms for attending, or is it uniforms in anticipation?
I believe it is for, HR just messaged me. They did hire. Got a live update from HR.
Okay.
They've been hired, and all that remains is for them to make it through the
Very good.
academy.
3 of them start January 5th.
Excellent.
Perfect. Great. That's excellent news.
It is indeed.
All right.
So the motion's been made and seconded.
Yep.
Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 2 in favor, 0 opposed, and 1 absent. And the other item we'll take out of order here is item number 13, a memorandum from the city clerk and an SBT number 2026 SBT 4 in the amount of $8,266.40 and 2026 SBT number 5 in the amount of $362.82. And these items are both for reimbursement for police details for the November 4th, 2025 city election. And I'll read the motion. Budget and Finance moves to recommend that the City Council approve special budgetary transfer 2026 SBT number 4 in the amount of $8,266.40 from registry police detail account number as noted, the police uniform overtime account number as noted, and this is for the purpose of reimbursement of police details for the municipal election on November 4th, 2025, and I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 2 in favor, 0 opposed, 1 absent. And the second half of this item is a recommendation by Budget and Finance that we move to recommend the City Council approve a special budgetary transfer SBT number 2026 number 5 in the amount of $362.82 from registration police detail account number as noted. 2, police uniform shift differentials as noted. Account number is noted. And this is for the purpose of reimbursement again of police details for the municipal election on November 4th, 2025, and I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? Our elections are safe and sound. Motion passes.
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 2 in favor, 1 absent, and no opposition.
Take a second and sign those.
Send them on their way, unless you want to begin the preamble for the next item.
All right, this is a memorandum from the building commissioner regarding delay in payment fees for short-term rentals. Rob, you want to speak to this for a second?
Yeah, so what I'm asking for is, because of the way our short-term rental registry is in conjunction with the health department's rental registry, what we're asking for is that we have a delay in the payment because the ordinance says January 1, and I'd like to have it moved till April 1st just this year because their rental registry came out so late, it didn't really coincide with our short-term rental registry. So
I
we're
was
just trying to
thinking-
play catch up.
Ours was April 1 too, wasn't it, that it came out last year?
Yeah, well, ours was supposed to be January 1, then it went to April 1, but the
Yes,
ordinance still says January 1. So we're just asking this year going forward, just to, excuse me, just have a slight delay and put it into April again.
I read the motion.
Sure. So Budget and Finance moves to recommend that the city council conduct a one-time delay in the fee payment from December 31st, 2025 to April 30th, 2026. And this is for any short-term rental registered within the city of Gloucester in 2025. And I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? Motion's made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 2 in favor, 1 absent, 0 opposed.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Rob.
guys, appreciate it.
Norm.
Yep.
Item number 2 on our Budget and Finance agenda this evening is a memorandum from the Archives Committee requesting our acceptance of donations in the amount of $276 to support the Archives Department. And the city clerk, the check is from Bruce Toby. There's a note here on the deposit slip from Archives. It was already been accepted by City Council on October 9th, therefore only the other donations need to be accepted.
So what they put forward was $276, but it's really
$176, so I see. Making note of that, the committee recommendation, Budget and Finance recommends the City Council accept various cash donations under Mass General Law 4453A to support the Archives Committee in the amount of $176 from various members within the community, with our thanks, and I so move.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2 in favor, 1 absent, 0 opposed. Number 3 on our regular agenda is a memorandum from the Veteran Services Director, Elise Sinagra. Hi, Elise. Requesting acceptance. Oh, I always mix those up. Do you want to be veterans or elders?
I'm elders, yeah, but the first,
She's actually
Veteran.
is old.
is first.
You
and
could
then
have veterans too, but I don't think Fee would give that up to you. So let me go back and say that the memorandum on number 3 is from the Veteran Services Director, requesting acceptance of donations to support the Cape Ann Veterans Services in the amount of $2,200. The motion reads, Budget and Finance moves to recommend that the City Council accept various cash donations under Mass General Law 4453A to support veteran services in the amount of $2,200 from the following members and business partners in our community, whom are Bank Gloucester and Judith and Harry Hoglander, for a total of $2,200. Give them our thanks, and I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 2 in favor, 1 absent, 0 opposed.
Yeah, Elise is here.
Number 4, looks like I've got Elise this time, right?
Yes, me this time.
Memorandum from the Director of Elder Services, who is Elise Sinagra, requesting our acceptance of donations to support the Gloucester Council on Aging and the Rose Baker Senior Center. And this is in the amount of $1,987.88. Want to speak to this?
Yes, those are the donations that, come in, pretty regularly. We batch them up and ask for them to be accepted, periodically. We also had, one of those very kind, donations from Bank Gloucester from their Banking for the Community program. And the donations just, yeah, they support all kinds of, really extra, just kind of niceties, that you probably wouldn't see in a municipal budget, like our incredible parties that we throw and a lot of other things.
Great. So the recommendation, Budget and Finance moves to recommend that the city council accept various cash donations under Mass General Law, Chapter 44, Paragraph 53A, to support Council on Aging programs and activities in the amount of $1,987.88 from the following members and business partners in our community, who are Margaret Jasperoni, Luciano Cagnasso, Margaret Allen, Ed Fisher, Constantina Barras Mader, Patricia Small, Bank Gloucester, and Barry McKay, for a total again of $1,987.88. And with gratitude to those donors, I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2 in favor, 0 opposed, 1 absent. And now, Elise, your main item here, which is your memorandum regarding request for acceptance of the Title 3B Older Americans Grant, and this is in the amount of $9,000.
Yeah. So the Older Americans Grant is a contract that we have with Senior Care to provide outreach into the community. That grant goes 100% towards salary support for our outreach coordinator, who is our staff social worker. And that's, for all kinds of outreach activities to let members of the community know what we offer at the Rose Baker Senior Center, and to let members of the community know what Senior Care can offer to them.
Sounds great.
Sounds good to me. Pretty much clear what it is. It goes $750 increments to pay the outreach coordinator program.
Exactly right. We send them an invoice and some of our statistics once a month in support of that, and then they send the $750 increments either a month or maybe a couple months batched up at once.
Yeah.
And there is a 10% local match. How do you cover that in your budget?
We cover that really because that grant covers such a percent, just a percentage of that outreach coordinator's salary. So that match is easily handled by the remainder of that salary.
Excellent. Any other questions? I'll read the motion.
Go ahead.
Budget and Finance moves to recommend City Council accept under Mass General Law, Chapter 4453A, a federal grant from the Administration on Aging, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and pass through the Massachusetts Executive Office of Elder Affairs through Senior Care for a federal fiscal year 2026 Title 3B Older Americans Act grant in the amount of $9,000. Funds are to be used to supplement the hours and part-time salary for an outreach coordinator worker in the Rose Baker Senior Center. The grant period is from October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026, and there is a minimum 10% local match for this grant. I so move.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded.
Can I just say, it's a full-time, just so you know, that's a full-time position. So it's salary support for a full-time position.
So, okay, it's not part-time salary.
Right. It's a partial salary, it's salary support. So they're paying the partial salary of a full-time person.
Got it. Makes sense.
So it should be partial salary, not part-time.
Partial, P-A-R-T-I-A-L, partial salary. The motion has been made, motion has been seconded. Any further discussion? Clarification? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 2 in favor, 1 absent, 0 opposed.
Thank you. Have a great night and stay
Thank
warm.
you.
Yeah, stay warm. It's a chilly
Yeah.
night.
It is.
Item number 6 is a memorandum from the Community Development Director. That would be Alex Koppelman, requesting our acceptance of Gloucester's Essex Heritage Visitor Center grant in the amount of $2,500. Is Alex with us this evening?
No.
No.
But this one's pretty cut and
I
dry.
believe it is. It's a repeat. A Budget and Finance would move to recommend that the City Council accept under Mass General Law, Chapter 4453A, a federal grant from the National Park Service passed through the Essex National Heritage Commission, a 2025 Essex Heritage Visitor Center grant in the amount of $2,500 for the purpose of supporting activities of the city's Visitor Welcome Center at Stage Fort Park, and the grant period is from August 27th, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, and there is no local match for this grant, and I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
Motion's been made, seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. 2 in favor, 1 absent, 0 opposed.
David Tucker is here for the next one.
Great. Welcome, David. So item number 7 on our budget and finance agenda this evening is a memorandum from the Youth Development Coordinator requesting acceptance of the Policy Systems and Environmental, or PSE, Prevention Grant, and this is in the amount of $5,000. David, can you speak to us on this?
Yeah, so this grant is through the 84 movement, which is a coalition that's out of the Department of Public Health. And they have granted us this funds to help youth promote good physical and mental health, and keep youth away from using substances such as nicotine, tobacco products, or vaping products.
Councilor, any questions?
Nope,
Great program.
nope, I read up on it. And it was pretty comprehensive, your backup information. That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We have our Gloucester Youth Leadership Council high school and middle school group working on this one. And they're probably going to be reaching out to counselors and talking to them about possible changes or things that we could do to work together on creating a healthier broadcast to youth that it's not cool to vape or it's not cool to smoke, and maybe creating some videos that they've requested to do, just as they did in the past with the Youth for Youth grant.
I recall that video last year, which was really very well done.
Amazing, thank you.
I shall read the motion, which would be for Budget and Finance to recommend that the City Council accept under Mass General Law, Chapter 4453A, a state grant from the Massachusetts Department of Public Health passed through the Health Resources in Action, Inc., a 84 Movements Policy Systems and Environment Prevention Project grant in the amount of $5,000 for development and carrying out youth-led policy systems and environmental prevention projects that incorporate the theme of fighting against the tobacco and vaping industries. The grant period is from October 29th, 2025 to January 16th, 2026, and there is no local match for this grant. Any further, and I so move. Second. Any further discussion?
Nope.
Okay, good job,
Thank you.
David.
Yes.
Thank you, David.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 2 in favor, 0 opposed, 1 absent.
And Rebecca is.
Rebecca Visnick of the famous Visnick clan. Item number 8 on our agenda is a memorandum from our Shellfish Constable requesting the acceptance of the fiscal year 2026 Great Marsh Green Crab Trapping Program grant in the amount of $11,375. This is a repeating item, I believe, Rebecca?
Yeah, I believe this is year 7 or 8 we've been getting this grant.
Is it enough? Can we try and leverage it for something more as Ipswich does or Essex?
It's all split evenly, so every town gets the same amount.
I believe some ante up additional funding from their city
Sorry?
budget. I believe that some communities do in fact add to this distribution or.
Oh,
their-
yes. I believe some communities do match the grant amount, or at least add to the pool a little bit.
So it's an opportunity for you next year to lobby for that.
Yeah, I think I might have to.
Can you tell us a little bit about the data that you get from this program in terms of its effectiveness and how how many Gloucester trappers are involved, and are they selling it for tasty gravy or for disposal at the trash or compost?
So far this year, we've only had one harvester apply to participate in our grant program. He this year is selling to as many fish markets that will buy. Right now, the markets aren't buying. So he has temporarily pulled his traps, but usually if he doesn't have a market, he will donate the crabs to a farm. And the grant money really helps with the incentive to do that when they aren't able to sell the crabs they are harvesting. The grant matches 40 cents per pound. So when the harvester can't sell to a fish market, we'll go weigh them out to make sure that we're getting a pound that we can match with. So at the end of the grant period, actually throughout the grant period, the harvester will bring their catch slips to me, and then that's how we figure out if there's multiple harvesters, how to split the money evenly. But this year there's only one.
So, split evenly, but don't you do it by per pound, how much each individual brought in?
Yeah, usually there's no issue with meeting the pound per pocket of the grant. So usually they're maxing out before the grant period ends. So usually we just split evenly because they're all going well above and beyond what the grant can pay out.
And, so where do they bring them to you to weigh them up?
If they aren't going to a buyer, yes.
So where do you do that? At the harbor master's office or?
No, I meet them at wherever they're landing. I'll go meet them.
Okay, and then when they compost, they do a black earth or do you arrange?
They have an arrangement with different local farms in the area. So the farmers will dig a pit, dump the crabs in, and then bury them so that they get nice and hot and composty.
Hot and composted without even a vermiculture worm.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Counselor?
Yeah, do we have any data on how many crabs what the poundage of crabs we've removed out of the ecosystem?
I believe last year we were around 37,000 pounds with one harvester.
That's a lot of green crab.
It's a lot of green crabs. It sure is. Yeah. It's just making a dent, but if we can get some nice cold winters to help kind of kill them off, that would be nice too.
Now, if they sell them to a market, do they still get the 40 cents on top from you?
Yeah, because when they're selling, they're not making very much, so it's a really low incentive fishery. Maximum they might get 70 cents a pound. I was just looking at catch reports that were submitted to me this week, and they were selling for 23 cents a pound, I saw. So it's a fishery where there's really not a whole lot of incentive to participate, which is why this grant is so helpful.
Okay,
Excellent.
great.
Thank you. I shall
Thank
read
you.
the motion. Budget and Finance moves to recommend that the City Council accept under Mass General Law 4453A a state grant from the Massachusetts Department of Fish and Game, Division of Marine Fisheries, a fiscal year 2026 Great Marsh Green Crab Trapping Grant Program in the amount of $11,375. This is for the purpose of providing a program to legally collect, remove, and dispose of the European green crabs from coastal, marine, and estuarine waters within the jurisdiction. The grant period is from July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, and there is no local match required. And I so move.
Second,
Any further discussion?
nope,
Okay, well covered.
thank you.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes 2 in favor, 0 opposed, 1 absent. Stay warm, Vanessa.
Thank you very much, everyone. Good night.
All right, we'll see ya.
Next up, item number 10, a memorandum from the police chief requesting acceptance of donations to support the community impact unit in the amount of $250. Committee recommendation move to recommend the city council accept a cash donation under Mass General Law, chapter 4453A, to support the police department and community impact unit programs and activities in the amount of $250, and this is from the Gloucester Elks Lodge number 892, and I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion?
Nope.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 2 in favor, 1 absent. Nobody opposed. The next one is a memorandum from the police chief requesting our acceptance of fiscal year 2026 municipal road safety grant in the amount of $35,975. The recommendation is for Budget and Finance to recommend that the city council accept under Mass General Law, chapter 4453A, a federal grant from the US DOT and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration passed through the Massachusetts Executive Office of Public Safety and Security and the Security Office of Grants and Research, federal fiscal year 2026 municipal road safety grant program in the amount of $35,975 for the Gloucester Police Department to provide funding for traffic enforcement and road safety. The grant period is from November 1st, 2025 through September 15th, 2026, and there is no local match for this grant. And I so move.
Second.
Any discussion?
I do see that in some of the information, I can't find it right now, that they do have, I think, in there for another radar sign.
Pole mounted radar in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is pole mounted? I
Yeah.
thought it was mobile, but it's pole mounted?
Yep.
So
No,
it's stationary
great.
and we have the location.
Straight away, 1 a year at that. Great. Excellent.
Do we know the location or not?
Doesn't specify in the document.
No. Right, where most needed. Could be anywhere. Throw a dart at the city and a map of the city.
On Rogers Street by the Senior Center.
Well, that would be, yeah, or Washington Street.
Yeah, and that would be a solution to
in North Gloucester.
George's perhaps.
No, I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
traffic moves kind of slow there. That's part of the problem. Is people out there.
So did I pass that motion?
Did we vote on it? We can,
All those in favor?
aye,
Aye.
There we
Any
go.
opposed?
that takes care of it.
Oh, phew. Motion passes 2 in favor, 1 absent, 0 opposed. And the next one is a memorandum, item number 12, from Police Chief requesting our acceptance of the fiscal year 2026 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant
Oh, that's right, you're telling
in the amount of $30,000. And the motion would be for Budget and Finance to recommend that the City Council accept under Mass General Laws, Chapter 4453A, a federal grant from the Department of Justice passed through the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security and the Office of Grants and Research for fiscal year 2026 Edward J. Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant, or JAG, program for a total of $30,000, and this is for the purpose of purchasing a new utility terrain vehicle, UTV. The grant period is from October 31st, 2025 through August 31st, 2026, and there is no local match for this grant, and I so move.
Second.
Any further discussion on this one?
No.
Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 2 in favor, 0 opposed, 1 absent. Item number 13, that we've taken care of previously. And that brings us to our city auditor's update regarding
Now we got 2 pages.
expenditures exceeding authorization and any other related auditors report business. Kenny, hope you're well.
Good evening. Thank you. Good evening, counselors. As Counselor Gross just mentioned, there's now 2 pages in the report.
Yeah,
So
2 full
the
pages.
2 full pages in the report.
That's out
so-
here.
Correct. However, it looks like the increase is related to, and they're all salaries. All the accounts are all salary type of accounts. So a lot of it's longevity, because the last payroll there was longevity payments. So as you can see, there's a lot of departments with a deficit of longevity. So I know Connor's been working. I know Connor mentioned this week that he'll be working with departments to cover those longevity deficits internally.
Well, I hope so, because his department is one of the major offenders on this list.
Yeah.
We don't see you very often.
Yeah. So what I would say there's about 28 accounts increased from last time, and the majority of them it's related to the longevity. So last time there was 20 accounts. This time's 48 accounts, and the increase is about $300,000. And I think the other piece of that too is the encumbrances. I know Connor and the payroll department, they've been working on encumbrances and correcting. So looking at the encumbrance balances in the accounts, they look to be much more accurate than the last time. So I see that would also contribute to the increase as well. Because when you look at the encumbrance column, there should be positive balances, not negatives. So in payroll encumbrance, what we're doing here is we're saying, okay, from now until the end of June 30th, we're setting aside, these encumbrances, we're setting aside these reserves for payroll between now until the end of the year. So I would say this looks a lot more accurate than it has in the past. So I know Connor and his team has been working on correcting that. So thank you, Connor, for that.
Definitely formula we're using to make it more accurate to the day. So that's why now you're seeing all these little deficits.
Somebody might be asking to see a copy of that report
Yeah.
in full detail.
We certainly have one.
Is there any update on the Republic Services financial settlement in terms of our budget?
This week, I think they've been making an announcement about it, but any additional costs we incurred have now been recouped.
And so those offset directly overtime budgets in the DPW?
Exactly. So we'll have surplus in the line that normally would have paid the contract. We'll do SPTs to move it out to the other lines where there's a deficit. Clear it out.
Yeah, that's a good thing to be able to do before too much snow flies.
Right.
Well, I mean, DPW's it's gone, right? Not on here anymore.
No, they are. It's just on the second page. So it's the
Yeah,
first
no, I'm
on the
looking.
second page, solid waste disposal, overtime labor, 266,306.
Oh, solid waste. All right, I didn't see that. You had it hidden at the top of the page, so that's how,
Hit him at the top.
that's how I couldn't
Yes.
find it. Yeah, and public properties. So yeah, you got the 118,000 too. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's still there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so what, this is. We always had this, we just didn't know it, or it was, you guys knew it. It just didn't show up on these reports.
Yeah, so it's the encumbrances. So now the encumbrances are much more accurate. They're accurate. So like I can give you an example, like on the last report, fire workers comp, there was a negative encumbrance of 139,000, which is not accurate. So if you look at workers comp in the fire department, there's no, so it was $48,000 budgeted, 198,000 actual. There's zero encumbrance, which is more.
Zero.
It should be zero. We don't typically encumber workers comp because we don't know who's going to be out.
Right.
So last time there was a negative. So typically there isn't a negative. So that's why last time it was 48,000. Now it's 150,000, which is more reflective what the real number should be. But the encumbrances should never have a negative. It should always have a positive balance. So I still do see, like on the second page, there is a negative encumbrance of $208.46. So I know that's not correct. But yeah, I mean, but this is much better than it has been in the past. So it's definitely an improvement.
Farm dev salaries, do we know what that? Picking on it, it's just,
They're waiting for a grant to be awarded.
okay.
So that's the grants, like similar to Council on Aging.
Council on Aging, all right, great, all right, perfect, that answers that one.
And if I may,
Please.
some of the small deficits you're seeing is because of the AFSCME contract settling. So when we budgeted for a 2.5% COLA. The final number was 2.75. So what you're seeing is 0.25% difference on the COLA. That's why there's so many small deficits scattered throughout.
And that's not covered under the contingency, right?
That is, so you'll see an SPT come through that moves it out of the contingency and into these lines.
Do we see that, or did it just happen? You guys just take care of that?
You'll see because it's coming out of the mayor's budget and into all the
So
individual.
we have to see that transfer.
Yep.
That will be a special budgetary transfer.
And will we see that at the very end of the year, or will we see that throughout the year?
I would say that would be up to the mayor's office and
Little ones.
Connor.
$300, $375.
Yeah, so when we settled GMAA last year, we did it mid-year. We could certainly do that again, but it is up to the mayor's discretion.
Got it. Okay. We have another thing.
We do. But we put off the CPA applications till the new year, so the the new council can.
Yep, okay. All right, very good, Kenny.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
So move, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody absent?
Yep. All done.
Motion to adjourn, 2 in favor, nobody opposed.
They go shut everything off.
Have a good evening.
You, Kenny, thank you.